So I do want to spend some time on this particular verdict. All right, so I see y'all ready? Yes. All right, we about to get straight into it. Let's play the clip. American Hypocrisy and Carmelo Anthony. What really happened? How do you feel about the verdict? Are you innocent? I'm under with y'all. You think this is a game? I'm doing my job. Help! Somebody call 911. Authorities say a white teenager was just stabbed at a track meet. Charged with third-degree murder. I hereby sentence you to 35 years in prison.
Demons.
Damn.
They're always trying to convict us, but they don't convict themselves. The atrocities they've caused against us. But we're going to judge them and we're going to cast them down. We better do our best.
Let's get that real quick. Yeah, shouts out to the thumbnail team. Y'all did your thing on that. And damn. You know you say running back, you don't realize like this that hurt right there, bro. Damn. Let's start off right here, and then we'll get into it. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 20. Somebody did say play it again. So we'll play it again. Because I was like, that was pretty good right there, I must say. Once again, shout to you, brothers. Y'all doing your thing. All praise to the Most High. Let's play that again. What really happened? How do you feel about the verdict? Are you innocent? I'm under with y'all. You think this is a game? I'm doing my job. Help! Somebody call 911. Authorities say a white teenager was just stabbed at a track meet. Being charged with third-degree murder. For no reason.
Stop talking that shit about no reason. Self-defense. That's what you assholes don't get. This is war.
Yeah. All right, shouts out to our team. So yeah, that was very heartfelt right there.
Warfare, man. Self-defense. We need that in our community.
Spoiled says this is the people that are robbed and spoiled. Come on. They are all of them snared in holes. They're all snared in holes, read. And they are in prison houses. Right. Prison houses. All right. Hidden prison houses. All right. So there's been many cases, of our people being wrongfully convicted. And in a situation like this, where you've seen similar cases of different judgments, where you may see 10 years probation, or maybe you may see 5 or 10 years, but he got 35 years in prison. Okay, so we're gonna kind of walk through this today, dissect it, give some commentary. If people want to, we haven't talked about that telephone number for a long time. Yeah. And I blame myself. James. It's on me. But you can call in at 850-320-8508 if you want to, talk about it, leave a comment or something along those lines. But it's like the scripture say, you find out people in prison houses, right? And yet again, we find one of all people getting judged from this wicked judicial system.
And they're not our judge, not even our peers. They're not even our people. But they're there to judge us. Don't wait to judge them and put them down.
Teenager Carmelo Anthony fatally stabbed Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year. Now he'll spend 35 years in prison. Mm-hmm. Let's read some of that. The teenager stabbed Metcalf after he asked him to move out of a tent he was sitting under at Kukendale Stadium. Eyewitness told police in a probable cause affidavit obtained by people at the time. Now, I know, when we started going through these videos, it wasn't as open and shut as that. So it's like the whole narrative is he got told to move and he just stabbed him. Now, was I there? No. But awful stuff.
It's all lies, man. And it's a struggle. There's always a struggle.
That's all we can go by. Right. So to come to the conclusion that
it's Esau and
that's not
it's Jacob and Esau. It's a struggle. And they don't want to admit the struggle.
We got a lot of content. The officers chime in when you see fit. Sure. All right, put this one up. Play that video.
We just stronger to always win.
A 17-year-old high school student who's been charged.
Protecting ourselves is key. Let these cowards continue to act like they can do something to us.
Austin Metcalf, an 11th grader who ran track and played high school football in Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, he's a coward.
The suspect admitted to stabbing Metcalf, but said he was protecting himself. A witness told police
all we do is protect ourselves. Suckers just don't want to admit.
He was told to move and it stabbed him. You gotta
they always put up their hands on us. That's what they don't understand. They have no respect. This is why they get what they get.
NIT, work with me. I need you to scroll and tab to the right.
Anybody try to act like they can put their hands on me, their head is on the ground with blood. We don't play that.
Morning, we have an exclusive.
I don't give a damn who the hell you be.
Make that narrative that he's like,
don't bring that to me.
But this says otherwise. Put this one up on the screen.
Johnny Law bullshit.
Going around the internet showing his true side. That's the proof. Yeah, that's really going on. I got it.
Look, single mother, unfortunately, you see. Single mother never tell you stop hanging out with these white kids. You don't be friends, nothing. They ain't your friend. They're just waiting to set you up and fight you. They pretend that they don't like you, but really they just envy you. Because they know your future is set. And their future is in the balance. So they hate.
Now, I'm gonna say this. I don't know the brother. I don't know anything about it. And I'm not saying here, I'm not saying the brother was
about to break.
Saying that. Just looking at the picture. Because they try
to picture the land.
Somebody with a motive type. Right. That wasn't the case from what I'm seeing. It looks like what he was being provoked. He was being intimidated. They put his hands on him. I mean, did y'all see something different, officers? I haven't seen it. That same thing. All right, go ahead. Give me the video that we started with, please. Protecting himself. A witness told police that Anthony unzipped his bag and warned Metcalf to leave him alone. Short time later, Metcalf grabbed Anthony, telling him to move. Anthony then pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest.
His brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding.
Your son's a vampire like you. That's what happens.
Is currently being held in jail on
Spiritual.
$1 bond, and if convicted, faces 5 to 99 years in prison. The case remains under investigation. End result: he stabbed my son in.
Right. So we're living
Just
with our enemies. Right. We're living in a strange land.
It's just that simple.
I think it's Psalms 94 and 20. Give me that real quick. Psalms chapter 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Right, which frameth mischief.
With mischief. Yep.
These Caucasians commit similar crimes and they walk scot free.
Wait a minute.
When we do similar things, it's totally different. We get the worst of the worst. Give me that one.
Because they're always sending a message. They never stop. They want to tell us they hate us, but they can't. So they envy and they use the law. Mischief.
Come on. Therefore, the law is slack. So, in our behalf, when it comes to us, it says the law is slack, read, and judgment doth never go forth. Meaning the right judgment does never come forth. Now, are we saying that he didn't do anything? No, that's not what we're saying. But his life was threatened. All right, we had a caller? Yeah, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question, comment? Where you calling from? What's your name? All of that. Shalom, caller. Oh, I hung up? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Read that verse again. That's all right. Therefore, the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. You see that? The wicked doth compass above the righteous. The wicked, according to the Bible, is who? Esau, Edom. Yes, sir. All right, so we got to understand. There's another call? No, okay. So we have to understand when it comes to this, it's not gonna go in our favor. Right. Yes, sir. I know we get mad, but remember, why is that? Because we broke God's commandments. This is nothing more than what? More affliction. I seen people in the comment section, they say when they saw that video IT did, that brought them to tears. We need that. Yeah, that's it. It's hard. Yeah. We hate to see it for the brother. We need this. He needed. We all need it. Why? Because we need to repent. That's to wake up to who we are according to the Bible.
Stay away from them. It's not our toss. Be at peace, and that's it. Otherwise, protect yourself and defend yourself in Christ.
Comfortable. Give me that Jose.
Don't let them put you down.
Where the Lord sets stuff up, you know what I'm saying? For to wake everybody else
stuff. Why is that so?
In verse 15, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. We gotta acknowledge the fact that we have went off as a nation. That's right. We gotta acknowledge that we are in the midst of sin. We gotta acknowledge that thing. Even those in the Christian church, everywhere we are in the midst of sin. Come on. And seek my face. Their affliction. And what? In their affliction. We're getting afflicted. Come on. They will seek me early. That's when we will turn to the Lord. So the Lord got to cause things to happen in order to wake the masses up. Right. Right. 100%. Hey, let's get the next one. Come on. His testimony from students challenges self-defense claims in Carmelo Anthony trial. All right. So, when it came to the actual verdict or actual trial, Carmelo Anthony never spoke for himself. All right, so it's like his 3-hour trial. He never actually spoke in defense. If I'm not mistaken, the only person that spoke in his defense was his mother.
Okay.
So
they shut your mouth and they try to pretend that's the way to do it.
White people representing them, pick up the phone, and they had white people representing them. And then they didn't even have Carmelo say his side in a self-defense case.
Look at that.
So they had all these witnesses.
This is what they always do. It's all a show. It's all a garbage show for Hollywood bullshit movie budgets.
What's your name? Where you calling from? What's your question or your comment?
They want another OJ story. People think we want to do everything to them.
Oh, yo, let me tell you, man, listen, all y'all from IT to the cap, man, I love this show. I don't know why this show is not bigger than what it is. Y'all give our people so much information. I can only be grateful and thankful. But on this Carmelo Anthony case, though, I wanted to chime in on it. You know, it's sad to see our brothers and our sisters in such predicament. Um, the Most High God, though, He not playing with. The end is earth. Uh, the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and we really got to get with it. It's really all about the laws and commandments. And I really hate for our brother Carmelo Anthony because he's gonna do all of this time in prison just like other brothers and sisters that just fell into the trap. But man, I just thank God for IUIC. I follow y'all. I'm about to get teamed up with IUIC Birmingham because this is the real deal. And I just thank the Most High God for all of this.
That's right.
And all the brothers, I say thank you. And I appreciate all the content that I bring out.
All praise to the Most High. Hey, we thank you for calling in, bro, and sharing your comments on this situation. Put the number on the screen. People asking for the number. All right, pick up another one. Put it on hold. I want to go to this next video first. All right. Did I call a script or just a video? Just a video. So let's put up this video. Then we'll take the next caller.
Welcome back. Frisco high school students who witnessed the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf backed up the state's case during testimony in the Carmelo Anthony murder trial today. Those students described a tense scene inside the tent at a track meet, and they claim that Anthony's actions were not in self-defense. JD Miles joins us live now from the Collin County Courthouse with the very latest on day 2 of testimony. JD.
And this was the most painful day of the trial by far. Austin Metcalf.
Look at these.
That's why his father.
Damn.
The parents watched police body cam videos that captured the lifeless body of their son receiving CPR, while in the background you could hear the haunting wails of his twin brother, Hunter, who was also at the scene. Now, prosecutors also presented for the first time, we got to see the 5-inch folding knife that they submitted as the murder weapon. And we've heard from current and former Memorial High School students who are presenting.
This is why autonomy is key. We ain't gotta get along with y'all. Y'all gotta leave us alone and get the hell away from us.
Testified as witnesses during the
That shit. Kumbaya.
Stadium on April 2nd, 2025. Describe the scene before, during, and after the fatal stabbing.
No judgment. Unfair.
Saying you shouldn't be here. You probably should leave our tent. I also said you should leave.
Autonomy.
Wasn't
Peace.
I remember running track in high school, playing ball and things of that nature. And I remember, other schools' tents. We would be under each other's tents because, yeah, we may be at rival schools, but we know each other.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, I did read a portion where one of the athletes, he did know one of them.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. And they allowed him to sit there. So it's not like a far-fetched type of thing. Also, from reading and research that it was raining, inclement weather.
Right.
So he was just sitting under the tent. So it's really not that big of a deal. Let's be real here. The deal is that he was black, right? From another school.
Put his hands on him.
That is the issue.
That's the issue.
Yep. It's really
Put your hands on any of us. Believe it or not.
Go get the coach.
Right.
Go get an adult.
Right.
Nobody says like, yo, what are we talking about? He has to. Why does he have to move?
Right.
Is it a law that prohibits him from not being able to sit there? No,
Right.
Nothing like that. I remember we used to go to.
Oh, but they all cops. They all want to be cops. This is why they put their life on the line.
So,
Just to do bullshit.
so I'm reading. Like, y'all serious? This is literally race. That's all it has to do.
Right. That's it. That's
all right. Yeah, let's bring on the next caller. Shalom, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from? Question or comment?
Y'all gotta quit their job while they can. Flip an ass police officer like your father. She's a coward.
Collin County Courthouse.
Okay.
And let me start. First of all, the Edomite boys were not under the they weren't under it. Neither should they have been there that day because they were suspended from school because they decided the week prior to not come to practice or to a game and instead go fishing. So the coach fired them. Not fired them, I mean, took them off the team. So the Austin dog said that he told the coach to let him prove himself, so on and so forth, because the coach said he had a horrible year in playing football. Right now, Carmelo is 5'8", 135. These twins were and are 1, 2, okay? So that's almost 300 pounds on you.
Right.
Let me say this as well. They jumped him. And it wasn't just those two. It was two other boys that were with them that jumped him. Now, the knife that Carmelo, which is something that I carry, many people around the globe carry, it's like you get one of those, like a hunting knife with all the different
It's normal pocket knife, utility knife.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, like a utility knife, exactly. Okay. So it was in all in all it was 5.5 inches, but the blade was only 3.5 inches. Okay. So I wanted to amp that up. Also, the Collin County is the wealthiest county in the state of Texas. Okay. Yes. There is no need for any footage ever be grainy because if the needs for Collin County schools, ISDs, are A to A plus. The creme de la creme are not broke in this community. Okay? So for them to bring in a video of something that's so grainy that the what's the prosecutors had explained because you looking at it, but you can't make out anything. So and they did it purposely. And there's a brother who a heavyset brother who went to the school last year and saw the real footage in 4K uncut. All right, but they didn't want to bring that up. Also,
Hey, sis, before I wanted to your point, if you could stay right there to your point. No, it's good information because I don't know if y'all remember in Valdosta, Georgia, with Kendrick Johnson.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
At high school.
Yes, sir.
All right. There is missing footage of when he went missing. So it's obvious, it's proof that the tapes were tampered with.
Right.
Now, IT, follow me. Pause this one.
They
All
always
right.
tampering everything, evidence. They always do.
I want to play this
You
video.
you gotta have triple, quadruple evidence,
All right. So play this.
including mercenaries on standby.
And Austin Metcalf shares detailed account of events leading up to the traffic incident.
Seen the video on 2 hours. Was it clear enough or was it fuzzy or what?
No, it was clear. It was okay. It's clear enough where you see the actual individual raindrops come by the camera.
Okay.
That's how clearly. I can see them walking up. You see that Carmelo was already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain or
Yeah, it was still right. You know, right. So that day we were under tornado watch.
Right.
We were under thunderstorm warning, and we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again. Then it was over with.
okay.
So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already. And so during that time, when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with it, they were all coming from the direction of the middle school, coming walking back up.
Right.
On the video, you can see those four that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch that line. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach, kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Carmelo. You know, if you're
and they showed that on that video.
it's on the video.
Okay, cool.
Look at that. That's what they love to do. They love to act like wolves. Gotta come around and surround you like they want to beat you down. That's like their fathers. See that? This is why we had to take him down. Believe me, I would have done the same thing.
4. So they come up, they surround them, and this immediate moment of not even a few seconds.
That's Christ that was with him. Christ is the warrior with him. See?
But according to them, they ask him to move and he stabs. Damn, that's crazy.
See, they always do jump. They always try to jump us in packs when it's one of us.
It wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was. It was all.
They're cowards.
And everybody's fault. But at the same time,
It's more than the twins that got some licks on them. So it showed that in the video.
yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle,
Okay.
and you have the light bright boy here, and you have the darker boy here.
Okay.
I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking. Kind of.
Esau and Jacob still battling until the end of time.
Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag.
Right.
And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag.
Okay.
Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonized. And we go under Texas law. I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here.
Stop.
Yeah.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
So according to Texas law, if you fear for your life,
Right.
you can defend yourself.
So you can appeal
So
this.
that's why
You gotta appeal it. Yeah, exactly. You gotta force them to appeal it. It's supposed to be out of your goddamn mouth. Otherwise, you're breaking down everything.
So you but at that point, he still stood there and stopped there, and whatever they say alleged was
These
said.
people are trying to always do foolishness.
Melo actually was back out and tried to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in.
Okay.
And when they brought him back in, that's when you can see Austin in the headlock. You can see that all the rest of them is still hitting. That must be when the poke happened.
So I gotta illustrate that. So the Austin Metcalf has Carmelo in a headlock.
Right.
So he's yoking this, and then three
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Lost his life.
Right. Yeah, he could have.
That's what they were planning to do.
Was to get out again. He backed out.
They think we're animals, man. They keep trying to get their statues and trophies based on doing something to us. They think they can. Foolish.
Went down and fell, and that's when they realized he was.
Look, I give them, man. They run. Fucking play. I will put you down.
I guess he's realized something happened to him. And that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all three of them were chasing. But Carmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Carmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Carmelo was out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's what you say. He just wasn't sitting with you. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video. And that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, he never did that, because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him. So at the end of the day, that's kind of where the moment went. But they did assault him, and we'll just play the game. Even if it was just a push, you still assault him, because it was unwanted. By your own definition of your word of them saying that leave me alone and I'm not going, you assaulted them. Period. But they did beat him. And if you look at the not the photo that Fox 4 put out, because that was one that they actually edited. I have the emails prove it. Damn, but the actual Collin County one, you can see the webs.
You see that?
You see the breaking nose are swollen. You can see the webs under his neck. And so that's the reason why they edited the one from Fox. He kind of airbrushed it. And you see they put the locks of his hair that got taken out.
What are we realizing? That they beat the mess out of Carmelo. All right, your sister, man.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey, Shalom says, so, like you were saying to that point, with the video evidence, they tampered with the video evidence.
Yeah, exactly. And like you heard him at the end, he and how his photos were, airbrushed and all of that stuff. So you couldn't see the injuries on Carmelo. And the thing that hit me is that the judge chose to fill everything until after the trial. Well, having access to different databases, we were able to discover how nothing was done from June last year until April this year, where the defense attorney did absolutely nothing. No motions, no nothing. And so April this year they sent a couple things. So they seemed like they were
This is
doing
all a show. It's all propaganda,
no, I didn't.
training and programming. That's all they keep trying to play around. Their little programming game.
Not bring in
They
anything.
don't want to quit.
No, anything. First of all, he was the captain of both the football and
Justice and chores.
something that his peers have to vote for. So they put him in for over 2 years for that. He also saved a child's life who was drowning in a pool. None of those things are mentioned about our young brother. He had a 3.7, 3.8 GPA. Okay, he was already taking college courses online.
See, that's the envy. They knew about him.
What he wanted to become.
Wow.
The man was very shocked. He comes from a well-to-do family, and in that he's from Louisiana, but came here. His parents have a certain lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So they're not broke. So they have the best of the best. Big house, all of that. So one Red Demon said how, oh, they're gonna have to give up their house now, this, that, and the other. But no, it's something in Texas called the homestead law. And no person is to, especially in their case, the parents. Carmelo doesn't have any monies or any property or anything like that. They only can go after him. The parents have to keep their home as well as their vehicles, because under the Texas homestead law, you cannot make a person homeless or carless by with a lawsuit, so on and so forth. So those people are going to be keeping in all the things that they have. But this time around, they need to make sure that they choose someone who is, you know what, need to repent. I'm going to
I understand.
With them.
I understand. Hey, but no, I do appreciate it. Thank you for calling in, my sister. We do appreciate your insight. All praise to the Most High. Hey, let's get Isaiah 59 and 9 real quick. All right, we got some more left before we close out tonight. Let's read that Isaiah 59 and 9.
Isaiah.
Right.
Verse 9.
Come on.
Therefore is judgment far from us, neither doth justice overtake us.
Uh-huh.
We wait for light, but behold obscurity, for brightness, but we walk in darkness.
Right. Justice is far from our people. We living in the land of our enemies. We cannot forget that.
Right.
All right, we can cry all we want, but this man, he don't have sympathy.
Right.
He doesn't care.
Right.
He's very fierce. Let's do this. Let's go back to that video right there. Rewind it about 10 seconds. All right, play that.
I remember people confronting Carmelo and saying, "You shouldn't be here. You probably should leave our tent." I also said you should leave. Prosecutor, was it aggressive? I don't think so. I remember it getting more aggressive. I remember Carmelo refusing to leave and Austin saying, "You need to leave," and Carmelo saying, "Touch me and find out." That student and others say the defendant was asked to leave as many as 15 times.
Stop.
Prosecutor,
Does that matter?
No.
That don't mean nothing. He can still stay there. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter. 15 times, right?
That
That means
he got
now.
leave. Why? Give me the hell alone.
This. Play some more.
did anyone try to gang up on him? His answer, no, sir.
Lies.
How long did this go on? Roughly 2 minutes. Was Carmelo angry? Yes, sir. Was Austin angry? Yes, sir. Carmelo started refusing to leave. Prosecutors, who was provoking? Carmelo. Austin leans in to push him and Carmelo stabs him. Carmelo had his hands inside a backpack and we thought it was a bluff.
All right, so this sounds like a corroborated story based off of what we just heard off of that video evidence account.
Exactly.
All right, play some more.
Others didn't believe Carmelo would do anything because they live in a, quote, safe community. Austin fell down the bleachers onto his back and he got up. He lifted up his shirt where his chest was all bloody and he said, "I think I got stabbed." Prosecutor, did he say anything? I think he said, "Oh my God." Another student, Jalen Matthews, backed up the state's case when prosecutors asked him, "Did it look like Austin was trying to pick a fight?" His answer, "No, sir." "Did it look like Carmelo Anthony was trying to pick a fight?" "Yes, sir." "Did this look like self-defense to you?" "No, sir." "Was Carmelo Anthony the aggressor?" Witness, "Yes, sir."
Y'all see, and understand this. Same thing with Kendrick. That situation, you do realize that people in the
Can you
community,
be
their
the
lives will be
aggressive?
for
Somebody came to aggress you.
these people get down.
Crazy. They came to bother you. You ain't aggressing them. The hell you think this shit is? I'm defending my ground. You understand the law, you gonna understand it.
What stuck out was the all-white jury.
I guarantee it.
Texas teenager sentenced this week to 35 years in prison for killing a fellow high school athlete. On Tuesday, a jury found 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony guilty of murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. His lawyers plan to appeal. They say prosecutors wrongly excluded Black people from the jury. Anthony's parents spoke with Jonah Kaplan about their son, the trial, and their message to the Metcalf family. My son didn't intend anyone.
Yeah, defending himself.
It took less than 3 hours for a jury to reject 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony's claims of self-defense in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Prosecutors argued Anthony intentionally killed Metcalf after being taunted and shoved by Metcalf and his teammates.
Stop. Did you hear that?
Yep.
He intentionally killed him after being taunted and shoved. They jumped him. He was in fear for his life.
Exactly.
You see how they switched the narrative
Yes,
by the word?
Yes, sir.
Play on, man.
It's going to track me. Take us inside that courtroom. What stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me, number one, was the all-white jury. But I was trying to be, like, all right, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, the truth is on our side.
At the sentencing hearing, the defense called only one witness on Anthony's behalf, his mother, Kayla Hayes.
So think about it. They had a white lawyer. Remember, lawyers, they all know each other.
Right.
They go to lunch together. They shoot golf together. You understand? So you mean to tell me this is a self-defense case? The defendant does not speak for himself.
That's crazy.
How? His mother wasn't there. You understand? It's like, yo, what are we talking about here? 3 hours. All of the Metcalfs, everybody spoke for him, and he gets his mother to speak for him who wasn't there. So there's no one that was an eyewitness on his behalf in the case.
Oh.
I hope y'all see this with an all-white jury. You already know what time it was.
These fools ain't giving up.
Have mercy on my son.
What do you say to his grieving family?
It's unfortunate to where nobody wins. We've all been hurt by it. Everybody.
That poor boy is fixing to experience a life I would not wish upon anyone.
What are you talking about him?
Austin Metcalf.
That poor boy?
Hold on.
The hell out of it.
Next one, bro. It's all about race. You already know Texas racist as hell.
Yeah.
All right, so play this one. Watch this.
Texas news station apologizes after reporters' comment during Carmelo Anthony trial sparked racist backlash.
I've heard in this situation they say, "How do you ignore the elephant in the room?" This one said,
Wow.
"Gorilla in the room."
It's crazy.
All right, play the clip.
Let's talk a little bit about the big gorilla in the room, so to speak, was the fact that there were people out here on both sides shouting racial slurs at one another.
Yeah, see it. He's laughing. Yes, play on.
It was very clear that the prosecution and the defense did not want this to be about race, and they said it wasn't about race, and you could tell by some of the witnesses that were also called by the prosecution. So let's talk a little bit about that. They did have a lot of
Asian big.
They want us in chains. They want us to submit Lamentations 3 real quick.
Well, too late. It's over. They're going in chains.
I'm sorry. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 34.
Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 34.
Come on.
To crush under his feet all the prisoners of the earth.
Come on.
To turn aside the right of a man before the face of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
To subvert a man in his cause. The Lord approveth not.
The Lord don't approve of any of these things. All right. They're trying to get the best of us. They're trying to keep us under their feet. But the Lord, he's still there. He's seeing all of it, y'all. All right. Give me the next one.
Mixed reactions follow Carmelo Anthony murder verdict and sentencing in Collin County.
To the murder verdict itself came with a range of views.
We almost out of time. Give me the next one. Yeah. So check this out. So supposedly, this is a black person riding on a bicycle. I remember I was talking to you about this one, officer.
Yeah.
So supposedly, this black person sees a white person on the ground and apparently causes harm to him because of the case. So what Esau likes to do, they like to capitalize on our suffering to push their agendas.
Right.
All right. Because obviously there's a bunch of racial tension and they want that divide to grow. You see the situation with Pete Hegseth, right? With Pete Hegseth, with the Christian nationalism.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
That's on the rise. Religions are getting eliminated. All right. You got the white versus black versus white. This is what they want to bring forth that was civil war.
Yes, sir.
All right. Play this. Hey, what you on jury selection?
No, he wasn't. Seriously, no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
He was on jury selection.
He's a vet, dude. He's a vet. He's a vet. He ain't been on jury selection.
Fuck you.
No, why you on jury?
He wasn't.
You on jury selection? Jury selection. Oh, so stop. Now, you know Esau, they so low. Did you see the black man's face?
Nope.
No? So how you know it's a black person?
Right.
They could have done that, put a voice to it,
Yeah.
to create this animosity, this chaos.
Yes, sir. Easy to do.
It's very easy to do now with AI technology. All right, but the thing about it, a lot of people will buy that. A lot of people will go for that.
Yes, sir.
This to show you, all of this is strategic. All of it's strategic. Let's get the next one, please.
Black teen.
So now we want to get to the narrative of the hypocrisy. All right, watch this. Read this.
UK black teen lynched. Killers get slapped on wrist.
But
A black teen lynched, all right, killed. The killers get a slap on the wrist. Let's put his picture up full mass. Dear John Reed.
I'm sorry. That's stupid right there. He said he was definitely black. Did you see anybody? I'm looking at the comments. He said he was definitely black.
What?
Yes, that's a black voice. Are you not paying attention to what's going on in the world today? That's the type of brother who, when they see the bishops, the deacons, and the captains on the news, you're going to believe it.
Yeah, right. Yes, sir.
That's the thing about it. Some of y'all are so damn simple. You're going to believe. First Ezra 5 and 73. I'm sorry, bro, but you're simple as hell, bro. And you know that's right. You didn't even see no face. And even if you saw a face, you got to know people's characters. That's why the scripture talk about gathering together.
That's right.
We got to be unified, family, because we got to know who's amongst us.
That's right.
It's like, when you see something shades, like, nah, man, I know he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So this has got to be some other stuff.
Yeah.
But just to show you how simple the brother is, he say we sound goofy. How simple the brother is, you would turn on your own people just because of what Esau puts out there.
Right.
He trusts in his enemy.
Yeah.
The same people who set our people up day after day.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, Lord.
No.
That's where the bombs got to come. That's why two got to go. You got the same stuff. People that trust in their presence, you can't save people like that.
You got to catch that bomb.
You got to. Like that.
First Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 73. And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotion.
Right, by their secret plots, they work behind closed doors to devour God's people.
Right.
That's what the Bible says. But according to this, brother, it's not so. Oh, did we go offline?
No, so we still online.
You sure?
I'm watching.
Okay, good. I read that again.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotion, they hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived. So they were hindered from building for the space of 2 years.
So the Lord let it be known they're going to use secret plots and popular persuasion. That's media.
Right.
All right. So don't be deceived, Israel. Don't be deceived like the simple brother Albert. All right. Listen like that. Where we was at before? Oh, yeah. Play that. Play that.
Death on May 31st, 2021 by a group that mobbed him after they alleged that he tried to rob one of them earlier, okay? That was their affirmative defense. One of the team defendants wore a mask and gloves when he fatally stabbed Dijon with a kitchen knife, all right? Originally, the team claimed self-defense, but a jury rejected the plea. The Birmingham Crown Court convicted a 15-year-old defendant, whose name has not been made public because of his age, of manslaughter in the killing of Deajon Reed. The unnamed boy was acquitted of murdering the child. The boy was served 6 years and 6 months in detention for his killing, getting out at 21. Now, there's more. They got 4 others involved. 4 others include George Kahn, 39 years of age, Michael Shields, 36 years of age, and 2 teenagers aged 15 and 16 were all acquitted of murder and punished with the lesser crime of manslaughter. Security footage also had the group shouting the N-word and other racial epithets at Joanne Morris, the victim's mother. Says she believes she has been let down by the courts, adding her son had been haunted by a lynch mob reminiscent of a scene from Mississippi Burning. All right. In a statement, let's put up a picture of the family. In a statement, she said, the verdict of manslaughter, while all others are found not guilty, just goes to prove to me that the life of Deajon Reed, my son, a young black man, does not matter. I was told that justice will prevail, and I put my trust in the system. But I do sincerely believe that this system has let me down. And I concur with her thoughts on this. Now, remember, this was criminal conspiracy. You had adults conspiring with minors. You have the murder. Nobody questions if the teenager was murdered.
All right.
What
So,
they did
yeah, take that down. So you see how they lessened it to manslaughter for one and let everybody else go? Yes, but in this situation, what? We had tampered footage. All right. They didn't even bring that into account. He didn't even defend himself. There's no eyewitnesses on his behalf. All white jury. Another white lawyer who's obviously friends with. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, sir.
So you got to be able to see it for what it is, family. You got to be able to see it for what it is. Hey, give me the next one. Yeah. Play that.
I don't know who needs to hear this. All my white people who are celebrating, it's justice. Yes, we got justice because, that's all white people are about. It's justice to black and brown people because when it comes to their own, they don't give a damn. I want y'all to see this. This is 2 schools, 2 verdicts, same state, same courtroom system, 2 different outcomes. All right? And we know the reason why. Casey Allison, white kid, stabbed a classmate to death in the bathroom, confessed on video, ran from the scene. His jury, not guilty of murder, not guilty of manslaughter, gave him the lowest charge possible. 10 years. 10 years. Where's the justice in that, white people? Do y'all care about your own people? He killed one of your people. Where's the justice in it? Why ain't y'all raging against the machine, making sure he ain't getting 99 in life? Why ain't y'all making comments like what I'm about to show here in a second? So let's fast forward to Carmelo Anthony. Stabbed a classmate at a track meet after an altercation. His jury had 0 black jurors. Convicted of murder. His jury, 0 black. Convicted him of murder. 35 years. Do we see a difference here? Because I know the white people aren't going to see it. The white people are going to make up everything and move the goalposts to make sure it's okay when it's them. Because this is justice to them. They're out there throwing parties right now. This is in local too. I'm in Tennessee. This is local people. So Tennessee, people in Tennessee, feel free to look up these names. The thug got what he deserved. Hate crime should have been. I hate crime. Hate crime is bad. This is what these devils think. Good. You do the crime, you must do the time. Nikki Lawson said, good. You do the crime, you must do the time. Let's go back, Miss Karen. So he did the crime, but why is he doing the time? Huh? Ain't that y'all mantra? Justice, right? Look how evil these people are. Look, hey, they laughing about the fact that it was a rigged system. They're saying that's awesome. They got it in a dress down here. And as you see, they claim they want justice. They claim they want justice. So here we are in the same state. Some guy raped his son's child for 3 years straight, 30 days in jail. Where's the outrage, white people? Where's the I forgot.
So you can take that down. So we could go over this day for days about all the injustices. We mentioned it earlier with the Trayvon Martin. All right, we went over this with all of these other.
That's right. We can go over and over. but justice shall be served.